Great Biafrans all over the world. I greet each and every one of you wherever you're watching from. In any platform that you are watching this or you are going to watch this, I encourage you to share the program widely as possible because the people that you think that you are going to have something with, these people are animals. Nigeria is a British experiment that can never work as an entity. A marriage of inconvenience that brought people of different belief, culture, tradition, and you think that it is going to work under one umbrella called Nigeria. It can never work. It has never worked. For us to live together, it is impossible. That is why we are calling on everybody to put hands together and condemn whatever evil that is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. As you can see, this is a breaking news. Bomb explosion rocks primary school in Kano State. Many fear death. An explosion just occurred in Sabongeri, and the people who are targeted are Igbos in a place called Sabongeri in Kano State, damnable zoological Republic of Nigeria. That is why we are telling our people to wake up. Anybody who is supporting one Nigeria, anybody who thinks that Nigeria is going to work, or anybody who is campaigning for the 2023 election, that person must be a fool. That person must be a fool. Take with me and watch this video that just occurred few hours ago, that our people are being killed. Bomb explosion, killing our people, and some people are defending one Nigeria. Take a look.
Jesus is Lord. Jesus Christ.
And yet, people are still campaigning for one Nigeria. People are still campaigning for 2023 election. Just like Dino Melaye. Dino Melaye is still campaigning for one Nigeria. But I just want you to see this very write-up where Dino Melaye actually said what captured the millions of minds of the people, even though when you go down that particular write-up that he writes, he is still talking about one Nigeria. But I want you to see this particular and see the truth of what he's saying. He said, sadly, this is the Nigeria we have today. We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. We cannot continue like this, which is exactly what we are telling each and every one who is listening to our voice. There is no other way than Biafra restoration. There is no other way than disintegrating of Nigeria. You understand saying now? Anybody who votes, whosoever, or planning to vote, whosoever, in this 2023, that person is a zombie. That person is zombie. You understand saying now? Because when you see people like Atiku Abubakar campaigning, he is campaigning in order to finish the work that the late Buhari started. You understand saying now? APC was created in order to Islamize everybody. There is no two ways about it. That is why they can never ever condemn whatever that is going on. But with the death of this girl called Deborah, it has triggered a lot of things. Even the people who were once before supporting one Nigeria are now calling the Igbos living in the north to come back home immediately. You know, so say now, this is coming from the Obi of Onitsha. Obi of Onitsha creating awareness. He have known that Nigeria can never work for us. You know, so say now. But even though that people like this, I don't trust them, because such a thing is for me is just for them to just create a kind of attention. You know, so say now, so that they can be able to get more attention, their pocket being swallowed by millions and millions of naira or dollar, which automatically that money is the money, I will call it a blood money. You know, so say now. But now, look at this man that you are seeing here. This man, the next video I'm going to pull to you right now to see, this man is one of the people, you know, so say now, one of the people who are supporting the killings of our people in the northern Nigeria. This man that you are seeing here, you are going to listen to what he said, and I'm going to try to translate some of the things that you are be able to understand exactly what we're talking. They are pushing their people in order to keep on killing our people because they believe that Nigeria is for them. So anybody who does not believe in Allah, Allah Akbar, that person must be killed. This is what is coming on from a man. You understand? Say now, somebody who you can now clarify as a bishop. Somebody you can clarify as a pastor. This man encouraging youths, all those uneducated youths, for them to do what? To keep on killing Biafrans living in the north. Keep on killing Biafrans living in the north. Now, are you now begin to understand what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been saying? Are you now begin to understand what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been saying since 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, up until 2021 before his abduction? You know, so say now, today they are saying it. So all you have to do is to anchor with what we are doing, because there is no other way than to disintegrate Nigeria so that people can be able to live in peace. Those who want to develop their land, they can go ahead and develop their land. Any religion that you want to practice, can be able to go and practice it. If you want to practice Judaism, you go ahead. If you want to practice Christianity, you can go ahead. If you want to practice your traditionally, you can go ahead. Nobody is going to harm you. You know, so say now, that is why we are telling everybody, each and every one of us, to understand exactly what we are talking about. You know, so say now, so that you can be able to live to see tomorrow. Because listen to the encouragement that this man that you are seeing his picture right now, encouraging youths, Fulani youths, to kill, to cause mayhem. You know, so say now, on who? On our people. And you see this right away when he said, when he is released, killed him. When he is released, killed him. He is talking in so many ways. But I can tell you that this particular one right now here, he is referring to somebody. He is referring to somebody, and that person is nobody but Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is their target. Because with the sit at home that is going on right now, quick piloted by the autopiloters, they are getting it hot. Even the DOS right now, as I'm speaking to you right now, they are having a series of pressure from the politicians who have paid them in order to make sure that nothing will make Nigeria to disintegrate. You know what I'm saying now? Listen and listen very good.
Ya zagi manzo Allah Sakkwato ya yi rubutu ga Facebook. Ya faɗi maganganun da ba su da daɗin faɗi game da annabin rahama. Kuma cikin Sakkwato nace a maka yayi kure. Ai ba Sakkwato ake irin wannan shigataka. Mu kashewa mu kai. Mu akan manzon Allah iya kan mu kashe. Don haka ba Kano bace, Kano yan kasuwa ne. Shi yasa kan an ce ma manzon Allah dan luwadi an tsaya ana jayayya. An ce ma manzon Allah kwarto an tsaya ana mu na kashewa mu kai. Wallahi kwadda ma manzon Allah mu iya kan da shi mu kashe. Allah ya gafarta mu wani yaro, naga wani bawan Allah jiya ga Facebook yace wai an ce mahaukaci ne, yace to ai mu ma mahaukata ne. Ai iyaka hankalin mu kai a taba annabi, ana taba annabi mun zama mahaukata. Wagga ita ce magana ta gaskiya. Allah shi muku albarka Sakkwatawan shehu. Duk wanda ya kalli Facebook da sauran social media da irin wanda an ka hito kwarkwata an ka ta gidan sarkin musulmi, ya nuna Sakkwata suna nan bisa ga tarbiyyar da dan hodiyo yayi musu. don haka Allah shi muku albarka da an sakai ku kashe shi magana bai da hankali bata taso ba to bai da hankali duk bai da wanda yaka zagi sai manzon Allah mu ma bamu da hankali an taba annabi don haka duk irin mu bai da hankali bamu da an sakai ku kashe shi kuma ba shi da duk wanda ya taba manzon Allah ku kashe shi bai da hukunci ko belle ya bai taba manzon Allah bai da hukunci illa kisa musulmi in ya zagi manzon Allah ko ya ce ya tuba wannan tuba ta tsakani ne da Allah amma dai sai mun kashe shi bai da hankali ya sanya ta ya sau waya bai da hankali ya sanya sau data bai da hankali ya sanya buɗe shahin Facebook bai da hankali ya san da an kayo mai ya goge don mahaukaci ka waɗanga abubuwa da kun gane ku kashe shi an sa kai ku kashe shi kun ba shi ɗaya ba kwata manzo Allah ku kashe shi babu wani hukunci ga zagin manzo Allah illa kisa in ka tubu wannan tsakaninka da Allah can in ya ga dama ya ga amma dai muna an ce mu kashe ka kwata ba manzo Allah ku kashe shi kada ku tsaya faɗa ma hukuma a kashe ɗai in ce ba an ce ba ɗaukar doka a hannu to ci ko mutu an ce ya laifi ga hannu yawwa haji babu wani hukunci ba wani tawili da wani zai da ka zagi manzo Allah hukuncin kisa ko limamin makka ya zagi manzo Allah hukunci ne kisa balle wani dan iskan banza don haka yi tsayin kunan tarbiyyar nan da shehu dan hudu yayi muku mu alhamdulillah kakanninmu mujahiduna ne kuma jihadin yana nan cikin zukatanmu in kana son ka san mujahiduna muke taba addini ha gani taba addini don haka ga babu wani kuma babu compromise is uncompromising taba manzo Allah kisa ne.
Did you see? He said that if you insult Sokoto, you will be killed. You can go and do that in Kano State presently, where they are bombing people, killing people, children in the schools, in primary school, being killed. You know what I'm saying now? You can go and do that in the Kano State, but not in the Sokoto. You can go and do that in Kano, but not in Sokoto. And we've got this message now that in that same Kano where they are referring that you can go and do that nonsense, children are being bombed, killed in Kano State. You know what I'm saying now? This man went ahead to say that anybody that watched Facebook, you remember some time ago when the Nigerian government, they want to ban social media. They started it with Twitter. Now this man is saying, if you watch Facebook, they are going to kill you. If you watch Facebook in the northern Nigeria, they are going to kill you. Why are we telling you this? We are telling you this because for you to find your way and come to Biafra land, come back home, come back to Biafra land where you can be safe. Organize yourselves, arm yourself, be in a convoy so that you can be able to come back home, because these people are going to kill. We've seen a video yesterday where people are being hanged on the zinc. You know what I'm saying now? Where is the police? Nowhere to be found. Where is army? Nowhere to be found. Where is DSS? Nowhere to be found. That is to tell you that these people are working hand in hand with these people in order to do what? To Islamize everybody. So if they kill you in the north, it doesn't concern them. Because as long as we know, northern Nigeria are practicing Sharia law. And whatever that you're hearing this man's talking about, he's quoting it from the Sharia law. They all believe in Sharia law. That is why we say that we can never be in one Nigeria. That is why we say that anybody who is campaigning for 2023, that person is leading you to your early grave. You know what I'm saying? If you support one Nigeria, you are going to die. If you vote them, you are going to die. If you connive with them, you are going to die. They are going to kill you. So the question here now is this: do you want to die as a hero or as a coward? That is the question. The man went on to say, there is no insult to their prophet Muhammad. They have insulted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We have not killed anybody in the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because we believe in the rule of law. But that does not mean that they are going to take that as a weakness. You know what I'm saying now? He said, this man told these young people that they should not allow themselves to be killed. This is exactly what he's talking about. This is exactly what he's talking about. That is why I'm pulling out this also. What Obi of Onitsha said, he said, every Igbos living in the northern Nigeria should come back home immediately. It's urgent, and be warned about it. Obi of Onitsha, raise awareness. Obi of Onitsha, raise awareness. Before Obi of Onitsha, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu had been preaching this since 2014 when Nigeria expired. You know what I'm saying now? Since 2019 when Nigeria expired, he had been preaching this, that you should come back home. But people like Godfrey, Igwe Bike Ona, Bishop Kuta, and the rest of them, they keep on supporting one Nigeria. Today, all of them are lamenting. Today, all of them are now seeing exactly what we're talking about, because one of their own has been attacked, Bishop Kuta. You know what I'm saying now? That is why they are now raising alarm. They are now raising alarm, talking about the same thing that we've been talking. That is why we say we can never shift an inch on our stand of disintegration of Nigeria. Because we know that Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914 to be experimented for 100 years. And that 100 years has expired 1st of January 2014. So whatever you're living or you're seeing in Nigeria today is a fake. Nigeria has expired. The 1999 constitution has expired. Tribalism, killing everybody, just like what you're saying right now. Tribalism, killing everybody. Nepotism, religion, killing people. And you still believe in one Nigeria. Listen to what this man said, Godfrey Igwe Bike Ona, where he is lamenting. Talking about the same thing that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been talking about the same thing that you that is listening, believe in this struggle, have been talking about. All our lamentation, it is now their turn because it has gotten to their neck. That is why there is no place like home. Listen to what he said.
My dear friends, I must be honest with you. Today, I would have preferred not to be here to preach to you. Today, I would have preferred to lock myself up in my chapel before God alone, to weep and to pray.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let us go back again to this Hausa man encouraging his people. Let us go back again, because our people need to understand exactly what we are talking about. Even up until this moment, a lot of people still believe in one Nigeria. A lot of people still believe in one Nigeria, and we are telling you that there is no Mekotalism in Nigeria. Nothing will make Nigeria to work. It is impossible. It is impossible. Listen to this, what this Hausa man said again. Listen to what he said, because you have to know your problem, solve your problem. If you don't know where your problem started, there is no way you can be able to solve that problem. Listen.
Ya zagi manzo Allah Sakkwato ya yi rubutu ga Facebook, ya faɗi maganganun da ba su da daɗin faɗi game da annabin rahama, kuma cikin Sakkwato nace a maka yayi kure. Ai ba Sakkwato ake irin wannan shiga ta ka. Mu kashewa mu kai. Mu akan manzon Allah iya kan mu kashe. Don haka ba Kano bace, Kano yan kasuwa ne. Shi yasa kaga an ce ma manzon Allah dan luwadi an tsaya ana jayayya, an ce ma manzon Allah kwarto an tsaya ana mu na kashewa mu kai. Wallahi kwadda ma manzon Allah mu iya kamar da shi mu kashe. Allah ya gafarta mu wani yaro, naga wani bawan Allah jiya ga Facebook yace wai an ce mahaukaci ne, yace to ai mu ma mahaukata ne. Ai iyaka hankalin mu kai a taba annabi, ana taba annabi mun zama mahaukata. Wagga ita ce magana ta gaskiya. Allah shi muku albarka sakwatawan shehu. Duk wanda ya kalli Facebook da sauran social media da irin wanda an ka hito kwarkwata an ka ta gidan sarkin musulmi, ya nuna sakkwata suna nan bisa ga tarbiyyar da dan hodiyo yayi musu. Don haka Allah shi muku albarka. Da an sakai ku kashe shi. magana bai da hankali bata taso ba. To bai da hankali duk bai da wanda yake zagi sai manzon Allah. Mu ma bamu da hankali an taba annabi. Don haka duk irin mu bai da hankali bamu da an sakai ku kashe shi. Kuma ba shi ɗaya duk wanda ya taba manzon Allah ku kashe shi. Bai da hukunci ko Bello ya bai taba manzon Allah bai da hukunci illa kisa. Musulmi in ya zagi manzon Allah ko ya ce ya tuba, wannan tuba ta tsakani ne da Allah amma dai sai mun kashe shi. Bai da hankali ya sanya ta ya sau waya, bai da hankali ya sanya sau data, bai da hankali ya sanya buɗe shahin Facebook, bai da hankali ya san da an kayo mai ya goge. Don mahaukaci ka waɗanga abubuwa da kun gane ku kashe shi, da an sa kai ku kashe shi. Kun ba shi ɗaya ba, kwata manzo Allah ku kashe shi. Babu wani hukunci ga zagin manzo Allah illa kisa. In ka tubu wannan tsakaninka da Allah can in ya ga dama ya ga, amma dai muna an ce mu kashe ka. Kwata ba manzo Allah ku kashe shi. Kada ku tsaya faɗa ma hukuma a kashe ɗai. In ce ba an ce ba ɗaukar doka a hannu, to ci ko mutum an ce ya laifi ga hannu. Yawwa haji babu wani hukunci, ba wani tawili da wani zai da ka zagi manzo Allah hukuncin kisa, ko limamin Makka ya zagi manzo Allah hukunci ne kisa, balle wadan iskan banza. Don haka ku yi tsayin ku nan tarbiyyar nan da Shehu Dan Hodo yayi muku. Mu alhamdulillah kakanninmu mujahid.
Did you hear that? If you watch Facebook in the northern Nigeria, they will kill you. If you insult their Sokoto, they will kill you. That you can go and do that in the Kano State. Kano State, where they are bombing people right now, our people in the Sokoto, they are going to kill you. If you insult Islam, they are going to kill you. If you insult their Prophet Muhammad, they are going to kill you. And he told them, do not allow yourself to be killed. Do not allow yourself to be killed. You understand now? This is the reason why that you see that this man.
My dear friends, I must be honest.
Let me pull out his name first. Let me pull out his name. This is the reason why you see him lamenting. Godfrey Igwebike Honor. He is now lamenting on this same thing, this encouragement that this man is encouraging these people. You understand what I'm saying now? So when we say that we are in a war, you should understand exactly what we're talking about. Because if we don't do it, they are going to do it, and they are doing it anyway. So what are you going to do is to listen. If you have any of your brother, your sister in the north, tell them to come back home. People are going to die. They are going to kill a lot of people on the way. There is no two ways about it. But it is better for you to fight and die like a hero than to die like a coward. Now listen to Godfrey Igwebike Honor on his lamentation. The same thing that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been talking about for years. The same people who connived with the Nigerian government to abduct Mazen Nnamdi Kanu just because he is speaking for the voiceless.
My dear friends, I must be honest with you. Today, I would have preferred not to be here to preach to you. Today, I would have preferred to lock myself up in my chapel before God alone, to weep and to pray. To weep and to pray for my nation, where darkness has descended. To weep and pray for my church that is being stifled out of existence in the world and also in Nigeria. To weep and pray for Deborah Emmanuel, who was killed because she found herself in a part of Nigeria she thought was home, but it wasn't. To weep and to pray for my brother and friend, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka, the world-acclaimed voice of the voiceless, who has now become soft target for those same voiceless people who see him as part of their problem rather than as part of the solution. To weep and to pray for the poor, miserable murderers of Deborah, who have been left uneducated and unemployed deliberately so that they can be manipulated, brainwashed, and instrumentalized for political ends by religious bigots and political egoists. To weep and to pray for people who should be leaders, religious leaders, who enjoy being ambivalent in the condemnation of evil when it is perpetrated by one of them. To weep and to pray for our political leaders, under whose watch this nation has crumbled, and they keep looking for whom to blame for the mess in which they have put all of us. I would have preferred not to be standing before you here now to tell you about love. The liturgy of today instructs every Christian and every Christian preacher to reflect on the essence and the meaning of Christianity, the love we should have for one another. But how can you preach love in Nigeria? How can you preach love in a country where violence has become a rule, where hatred and intolerance have become norms rather than exception, where corruption has become a culture and a tradition, where impunity has become law, where the government feels so helpless that it is now appealing even to religious leaders to talk to non-state actors so that they will not make this security situation in our country worse. Those were the words of the Vice President of Nigeria while he was speaking to all Catholic bishops of West Africa gathered in a meeting in Abuja. He addressed us 2 Tuesdays ago. And we are wondering how a presidency could publicly admit that they have lost control, that they have left the ground so free and the country so lawless and so stateless that non-state actors now take over the entire country, not only in Sokoto and Kaduna, and on the highway between Kaduna and Abuja, or between Abuja and Lokoja and Nsukka, but throughout the country. How can you preach love in Nigeria? In a country where those who want to follow the rule of law are regarded by the rest as weak. How can you preach love in Nigeria? In a country that claims not to have any state religion, but constantly places a religion in an unhealthy advantage over others? How can you preach love in Nigeria, where a few people have collected what belongs to everybody and they are doing with it whatever they please? How can I tell Nigerian students to love their neighbor, love their country, love their leaders, when their parents have paid their school fees and they are sitting at home? In a country where the ruling party, within a space of less than 2 weeks, can rake in from 27 persons 26.3 billion naira collected as fees for presidential nomination forms. And the same ruling party is unable to finance our education properly, such that our teachers are at home and our students are roaming the streets. How can you preach love in Nigeria, in a country where members of ASU, hear me well, members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities in Nigeria, have collaborated with INEC to install misfits in power in this country because they have collected money? All the electoral officers who installed the present ruling class in Nigeria are professors of our universities, members of ASU. And INEC chairmen for many decades have been members of ASU. And whom are we blaming? How can you preach love in Nigeria, in a country where forgiveness is regarded as weakness? In a country where when you bring the light, you are accused of exposing darkness? In a country where when you love, you are seen as being stupid? I would have preferred to stay at home and weep and pray for this country. But I can't.
Now, this is coming from Godfrey Igwebike Ona, where he himself have now admitted that people like him are manipulating youths because they themselves on top of their pulpit are manipulating youths, asking you to believe in Nigeria. Now, these are the same people who are now lamenting because one of their own, Bishop Hassan Kuka, has been affected. You know what I'm saying now? That is why all these things that you're seeing him lamenting here, I don't believe him, because tomorrow they are going to call him, they are going to bribe him, and you will see him speaking from the both sides of the mouth. Just like Bishop Onaga of Enugu Catholic Diocese, who by himself on the 29th of August 2021, he asked the indigenous people of Biafra under the leadership of Chike Doziem to permanently suspend sit-at-home, the same sit-at-home today that is giving them headache. So for you to see that your enemy can never allow you to have what you're supposed to have, they want you to remain in abject poverty. They want you to remain in uneducated. They want your university to be on strike upon strike upon strike. They don't want you to reason. They don't want you to ask questions. Once you ask questions, you become their enemy. Then If you hear one of the things that he said, highway between Kaduna to Lokoja, Nsuka Highway, Abuja Highway, etc., etc. It's no-go area. That is why I'm telling our people, according to the word of this man, said that everybody should come back home. If you are an Igbo man, Biafran residing in the northern Nigeria, should come back home. That is what I said. Get yourself organized, arm yourself, just like the word of the governor of Benue State. Ask all the Benue State citizens for them to arm themselves, get prepared, that a time have gone and passed when we will be burying our own. A time for us to defend ourselves is now. You understand saying now? A time for us to defend our own. Because you cannot live in a country where corruption has become a constitution. That according to the word of this man, Bishop Godfrey, he said that just few weeks ago, 26.3 billion naira for political aspirants, people who want to run for the presidency election, they form the Nigerian government under APC. They made 26.3 billion naira. 26.3 billion naira, and yet the education system is shambled. People are living in abject poverty. Can you now see that they are now speaking on the same line? Are they going to stay, or is it allegedly? Is it allegedly? That is why I'm also pulling this for you to understand that our people are being killed. Those people who have connived and said that they have disowned IPOB. You understand saying now? They have disowned IPOB. The indigenous people of Biafra, that they have disowned them. They have nothing to do with IPOB. You understand saying now? But the days have gone when they will kill our people and will just keep mute. Now, as you can see in your screen, this is coming from Master Simon Ekpa. He said, Biafrans in Kano must give us details of our people being killed by this Fulani terrorist government bomb blast, using Fulani terrorists, that days are gone where they will kill our people in the north and go scot-free. This time around, you cannot escape retaliation. We call on the Biafrans in Kano State to immediately update us on how many people being killed on that bomb blast. Because this thing that is going on right now, United Nations are seeing it. This thing that is going on right now, these people are seeing it, but they will never say anything. UN is seeing it, European Union are seeing it, America is saying it, the whole world is saying, but they will never say anything. They can never say anything. So you have to stand for your right, fight for your right, so that you can be able to escape this. Because if you don't speak, they are going to kill you. Imagine how many people being killed, children who've been killed, primary school. When did they planted that bomb? Maybe yesterday. Watch it again.
Jesus is Lord. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Did you see that? Parents will suffer in order to send their children in a private school. Some are hawkers, selling things on the street. Some market women, their husband pushing wheelbarrow. And at the end of the day, they are now crying that they have lost their loved one. Be wise. Share this program. Any platform that you see this, it doesn't matter if it's in my platform, any platform that you see this message, subscribe to that platform, click on the notification, because those people that you called, or some of them that call bloggers, the people who are against this struggle, the people that they call bloggers, these people are really helping us in order to make sure that our news go viral. I still remember as I come and watching again. Bona fide active member of IPOB and also an active financial member as well, serving the indigenous people of Africa through media, evangelists, and also in music. Shalom.